welcome back to the GSTL. We are going to have a quick interview with our coaches.
Yeah, exactly. TSL certainly not messing around here, sending out Symbol already, but Clyde, he was the player who took the first game now against Giant. And here we have Coach Lee and of course Jessica.
우리는 절대 그러지 않고 무조건 이겨서 해운대 꼭 가겠다고 결심했습니다.
네, 김가영 감독님 어떤 생각 드셨어요?
네, 물론 결승을
When they
가는
saw the
건
match yesterday, Donrego lost the ace match, and today they didn't want to repeat MVP's mistakes, so they discussed it with the teammates, and that's apparently the reason why they sent out
결승이
Symbol.
주역이었죠. 이동영 선수가 결승전에서 TS를 만나서 복수하고 싶다.
Yeah, we've talked about this in the past over and over again. Don't let them get momentum. Send out a couple of big guns early on.
현장에서도 봤었고 그런데
Shut them down. I like it.
하지만 저희 선수도 페이스가 지금 상당히 좋기
Linok yesterday said that they want a revenge against TSL, and the coach of TSL saw Linok play, and he personally thinks that Linok is at his peak right now and really good.
FXO가 TSL에 복수하고 싶다라고 했는데 그 길을 막게 되어서 저희가 미안해하지 않는 일이 생기지 않을까
FXO wanted to get revenge against TSL, but Slayer's not going to let that happen. Sorry to FXO.
작전이었던 건가요?
As they're going to go to the
본인이
finals.
자처를 했습니다. 선봉으로. 사실 테란이 요즘 성적이 안 좋다 보니 선봉으로 낸다는 거는 감독 입장에서는 좀 많이 고민스러운 일이었는데 본인의 마음을 믿었고 또 오늘 경기를 보면서 정말 제가 규정 선수가 연습하는 동안은
The Terran players not really doing very well for Slayers, but Clyde was really confident. It was tough to choose him, but we decided to go for him. And she said that he needed this win because he hasn't won for a long time, and that's why we didn't expect him to advance. And she thinks that he's going to gain a lot of confidence here because he won the first set. He's going to gain confidence to perform better later in this very match.
He definitely needs it. He's up against Symbol now, and Symbol is leading the individual rankings for good reason.
Yeah, if he beats Symbol, then I'm sure his confidence will be quite high after that.
If he is able to beat Symbol, who's going to beat Clyde?
That's a good question.
그 친구가 잘 되길 바랬었기 때문에 그거는
Coach Lee.
별개의 문제인 것 같아요.
알겠습니다.
This is about that. He was formerly Clyde was a former TSL player, so the coach Lee is just talking about when Clyde decided to go to Slayers. He was hoping that he had a great
테란이 좀
time.
암울한 상황인 거고요. 지금 현재 김동호 선수가
He's really happy for him. This is something he's told me personally before in the past as well. So he's just really glad that Clyde has found the place for him.
김상준 선수, 최종환 선수.
Now Ryung is an MLG right now, so they're gonna really miss having him here. But there's a lot of good players on their bench regardless that can take his spot, so she's not too worried about it. They just miss him, that's all. They feel empty without him.
상황마다 적절한 엔트리 기용이 있을 겁니다.
알겠습니다. 자, 양팀에게 결승전 꼭 가고 싶을 겁니다. 자, 반드시 가야 할 결승전 각오 한마디 마지막으로 들어보겠습니다.
가고 전에 강동현 선수가 일단 저희가 전승으로 올라왔기 때문에 경기 수가 많지 않았음에도 불구하고 9승으로 지금 공동 1위예요. 다승. 네, 그 점에 상당히 고맙고요. 꼭 그 다승왕이 되도록.
Symbol is currently the first ranked player in the individual rankings, as mentioned earlier. And of course, Coach Lee wants Symbol to get a couple of wins so that he can establish his position and get the title.
네, GSTL
And it would be nice if Symbol could all kill today. Yeah, I bet. Coach Lee is always so nervous. When the team matches are really tense, he's just out there smoking like packs of cigarettes the entire time because he's so nervous. I bet that he wants him to all kill today.
끝까지 지켜주시기 바라고요. 저는 잠시 후
first time that GSTL is going to Busan, so she really wants to go there specifically for that reason. And well, pretty straight up interview that we had there. I really liked to hear what Coach Lee said.
It's so funny to me that he wants Symbol to all kill. He's all the time, he is so nervous. Guys, you should see him. Sometimes he just disappears for a few minutes because he can't stand it. It's just too much. And at one point I was really, really worried. I looked at him and I was like, you don't look good. I don't think you can handle this much stress now. So I think for him it would be, of course, very good if Symbol could all kill.
You know, this is why the supporting, I guess you could call him like the vice coach of TSL is so important, because he actually does not get stressed out. He's always there to support the players, but also Coach Lee.
I've never seen him like really stressed. This guy is so calm and so confident all the time. It's really cool.
One of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Yeah.
And he just really, he knows how to talk to anybody. I feel like he can always have a smile on his face in any situation, and that's something that's great to have.
Well, guys, we are ready for the second game. It is Symbol. This guy is a Team League monster. Currently, there is no player that is better in Team League than this guy. Symbol to the left, our Zerg, and to the right side we have Slayer's Clyde.
These guys know each other quite well, former teammates, chatting it up in the chat, laughing. You can see that Clyde has not played a single map on Entombed Valley. It really goes to show that he has not been on very many broadcast matches recently. That's why he's kind of hard to predict, kind of hard to play against. But these guys know each other, so for Symbol, this is going to be a little bit different.
Symbol does not want to stop with Clyde. No, he wants to put quite a lot of points and wants to gather quite a lot of points for his team, wants to win these maps. This is the GSTL, guys. This is Symbol against Clyde. TSL versus Slayers. Where's the camera? Action! Here we go, top left of the map, we have him, the Zerg play. He's leading the rankings, the star of the TSL team. This is
TSL Symbol!
I will never ever forget the reverse all kill, the symbol of hope. He was able to bring his team to this point, to this match. Will he be able to bring them to the finals as well? We are going to find out. He's up against the 10, starting for the Slayers team. The bottom right, cross position to his opponent is
Slayers Clyde.
Well, Clyde, man, he's gone through a lot of changes. He even cut off his Clyde burns. He looks very calm these days. But when we saw his drop play, we saw his multi-pronged attacks, he looked anything but calm. And it looks like he's going to go for a command center first on this map. He has not made a barracks yet. And I like this choice, respect it. And they are at cross positions. So this is even something he's going to feel more comfortable with. It's not going to be something he knows before he makes the command center, but it's a fortunate thing for him.
Great scouting here by Symbol. He does not skip anything. He sends both overlords out immediately and another drone cross map in order to spot his opponent. And he will see him and he will know that there is currently a command center first. So he will most likely start with double hatch before pool.
Yeah, with this timing, he certainly can. Especially with how annoying he's being with his drone. I would be really surprised if he makes a pool right now. I'm going to expect some sort of two-base aggression because he certainly does not need to. You're so right on this. He can get that third hatchery down. He's already sending the drone over. He's going to do it.
Yeah. He's going for the second hatchery and then into pool. He knows that he can pull it off here. And let's see how Clyde is going to react to it. So far, he doesn't have the scouting information, but he will have the SCV over in his opponent's base very soon.
Yep, he's going double barracks as a follow-up to this, which is pretty common. With just one barracks, you're really playing risky. This drone may try to offensively take his gas.
The drone already knows fully well there's no gas thus far. He has a scout into the main base. He knows everything that's going on. Great scouting here by Symbol, and this is so important in this matchup. And, that was close, but it is the drone that dies, not the SCV, so Symbol not able to delay the command center any further. But his two bases are about to be ready. The natural is already done, and hatch number 3 is on its way as well, as, of course, the spawning pool.
Yeah, and the question is, what gas timing are we going to see? I think we're going to see a ton of queens pop out here when that pool finishes, much before the gas, and how long will he wait? What sort of... Actually, he's already gotten that one gas. I'm a little bit surprised he's getting it this early, to be honest. He wants that speed.
Yeah, he definitely wants the speed, and of course with the gas getting this early, he will also have less units in the early stages of the game, but he does not expect any kind of aggression from Clyde. who's going for double refinery and now getting a lot of gas. He wants to start his tech. But I'm more interested about how actually Symbol is going to approach this matchup, what exactly he is going to do. Because even though I feel that when you start with a double hedge, you are a little bit more in a passive position because the Terran player might just start to attack you. I feel that Symbol is a player who really likes to take the initiative and will now try to force his playstyle upon his opponent.
Oh, Clyde trying to bunker here.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, that was probably the least successful bunker making SCV I've ever seen, but these Marines are going to try to come and save him. And they will actually be able to take out these Lings with no speed.
He can move in and try to do some damage, but additional Zerglings are on their way, and the only thing that Symbol is trying to achieve here is buy a little bit of time. He's only getting 6 additional Zerglings. That's a fair amount with 10, 12 Zerglings in total and speed. You can defend, you can buy some time, you can put a little pressure onto your opponent, just posturing around, but at the same time, it's not sacrificing too many lava in order to make this work. But he needs to be careful nonetheless, because right now we have Clyde with 9 Marines already. He has production up, and he's going straight for the double factory here.
I want to note something here. Symbol continued mining from gas with 1 Harvester after speed was started, but he never got a 3rd queen at his 3rd base. So his 3rd base does not have a queen there. And that's something I find to be, you know, a little bit of an oversight because he needs that inject, and also it will help him spread his creep and even defend against this type of Marine pressure that we almost saw.
It's not only about the Marine pressure, but the double factory that he has, if I'm not mistaken, a reactor, on its way, and Blue Flame Hellions on its way. So this is going to be a really interesting timing that he's trying to hit here. The Baneling Nest, therefore, really important for Symbol. If you don't have Roaches, then at least the Baneling Nest. And here comes the attack with the Zerglings, and he's able to get in there. The bunker not done just yet. There is no wall. Exactly. He's getting into the main base. Did he see the 2nd factory, though? Yes, he did.
And he knows 100% what's going on right now. These Lings are killing a few SCVs, forcing SCVs off the line as well. They may catch this Hellion.
He's trying to work this out, but the Hellion survives. I'm a little bit surprised that we don't see a Ro4 for him. He's apparently relying on Zerglings and on the Spine Crawlers. Yeah. Of course, well, as mentioned before, those few Banelings that he will have are going to be so important. But against double Factory and Blue Flame, I don't know. I would have expected a Roach-Warren out of him.
Yeah, this build is really scary without a Roach-Warren because even if you get spines up, they're so easily avoided. And they're kind of split right now. He's just making 1 spine at his 3rd and 1 at his natural. And 1 spine with the amount of DPS on these Marines is not going to be enough.
And another problem that he's going to face is that he does not have a lot of creep spread. If you have the creep spread, of course, your Banelings and Zerglings are a lot faster, and therefore you can defend very, I don't want to say easily against it, but
you're more comfortable.
It's more comfortable. 16 drones on its way. Ooh, Symbol, this is scary.
Now, this first wave of units is pretty small, and this is something that I think Clyde is purposely showing, just showing this small group of units. It's going to make someone feel a little bit less worried than he should be right now. But he's coming to the side, and the rocks are not dead. Nice positioning here on these Hellions. He's sneaking by into the drone line. Any drones that run too far away will be killed by the Marines. They're not targeting the spine, though. Almost too patient here with this control.
Nice defense here by Symbol. If he really makes this happen with only a few units, he will be in such a great position. He's already
making 11 drones.
He's already way ahead of his opponent with 65 harvesters against 41, and he's building, as you said, 11 additional drones. He has the spy on its way. This defense was... I'm amazed that he's able to pull it off with only so few units. But the second wave of attack is going to hit very soon, and he still doesn't have too many units in the game. Those 2 spine crawlers are, of course, cute, but still, if they are able to hold this force at bay, it's a completely different...
The drones! Oh, he ran right into the Baneling hit as well, so a great hit there for Symbol, who saves some of his drones.
6 workers killed. But still in a great position.
Yeah, you know, I feel like Clyde's first wave was not as effective as it could have been. He hesitated a lot, and now the defense is ready. He's making 14 more Lings. He's got a Spire about to finish. And Spire against this type of play is so strong. There's no turrets up right now. He's got the E-Bays going, but his Marine count's not as high as it would be. It's only at 8 right now.
17 drones against 48 SCVs, and now he's building the Zerglings. Now he's going for +1/+1, the speed for his Banelings. And this is exactly these timings that we talked about, that Hyun loves this attack. Mutalisks, Lings and Banelings, and Symbol does too. Now suddenly those 2 mules are non-existent anymore. He's even trying to take down the orbital, or at least damaging it a bit. And this is going to be a huge problem for Clyde. 11 Muralists now on their way. He's building the missile turrets, of course, but this economy for Symbol is just amazing. I'm completely thrown... This defense was awesome.
Yeah.
Just the right amount of units, not a single Zergling more than he needed to force it back.
The Queens really helped out quite a bit as well. He will clean up this Hellion that has spotted his 4th base, but at the same time, the rest of the Hellions that are coming out are going to be a problem for him, and these Queens are very far off creep right now. The only thing supporting them are Zerglings, and with this many Blue Flame Hellions, he should be fine. There are some transfuses available. We'll see if he uses them. The Mutas are here to the rescue. Well done.
Of course, Clyde already has a few missile turrets in his main base. He has the 3rd base too, so he's playing a very decent game. He could have maybe committed a little bit more in one of the last games, and well, not one of the last games, but one of the last attacks, and trying to take down a few more drones. Maybe hit the 3rd a little bit harder, but now he needs to defend. And he has, of course, also the Siege Tank Siege mode on its way, and he will need it as the Banelings are now morphing for the TSL player. And Symbol, he is not messing around here. He's going straight for the Infestation Pit. He has his follow-up ready. This is not a one-trick pony. This guy is prepared.
He was very thorough about killing those Hellions as well. He chased them all the way to the top right. This bought Clyde a lot of time, but like you said, he already had turrets up. It wasn't going to be too much of a problem for him. And Clyde is making double tanks at a time here. I'm a little surprised he hasn't started Thor production yet after seeing those Mews. I would have liked him to have one Thor here, but here we go. This Baneling aggression is a problem as Siege mode is not done yet.
He's breaking through. The wall is gone. The Zerglings stream in. The Muralists chase them away. And now everything is just being obliterated. Suddenly the tanks are gone. The Banelings into the main base. And the Marines have free reign, or at least, well, the Muralists actually have free reign against the Marines as there are only 6 of them left. And the missile turrets are not going to be a big problem for the Mural count either. Now great repair here by Clyde, and this saves him at least the 3rd base.
That was a close call. If he had not repaired that turret, he would have lost every single SCV there. He's losing tanks and Marines as they spawn here. Well done by Symbol. He will lose the majority of these Mutas, if not all of them, on their way out if he's not careful. There he goes.
But he has done so much damage.
Yeah, he really has, and I mean, he's got the 4th base up right now. Like you said, he's not messing around. He's already got Pathogen Glands on the way. He's got Hive on the way as well. His creep spread is phenomenal. It's already hitting that watchtower right now. Several active tumors, 8 at a time right now, 9, 10, moving up with those. And honestly, Clyde is in trouble. He holds the 3rd base, but he lost so many units that now he can never pressure Symbol. And that's something Symbol knows. He's got twice the supply of his opponent, making a 2nd Spire right now so he can continue the upgrades as he gets greater Spire. And what can Clyde do? He doesn't have the units to move out. He's in dire straits right now.
He definitely is, and against Shine, he really lived from all these multi-prong attacks that you were talking about. The dropping at the natural, at the 3rd, into the main base. This is something that we don't see on Entomb. With the Muralists on the map, it's of course a problem for Clyde to pull it off, because Muralists can just shut down his drop play immediately, and he's suffering because of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what Clyde's next move is going to be, because notice this. Look at this army. It's just way too small. This has no chance. The second it touches creep, it's dead.
Trying to establish a 4th base with a planetary, setting up a strong defense, the tanks in good positions, well spread, and then just trying to defend until he has the upgrades and the army that he contests his opponent. That's the only thing that he can basically do at this point. And there's the 4th base already building. He's trying to get these upgrades, double tank production, and he will just play passive here. Moving out onto the map would be a huge mistake now.
Yeah, he cannot do that. That's something he cannot do, but this is something Symbol knows.
But he does it.
That's why he's getting that greater Spire, and if Clyde actually fights here, it's going to be a mistake. Here we go. Look at all these infestors.
It is too much.
It's way too much.
Fungals everywhere. Another fungal would actually kill the entire Marine force.
That wasn't even like all of Symbol's army. That was just a tiny part. And you just crushed Clyde. Like he was nothing off creep even.
Clyde moves into the middle of the map, Symbol engages, and then Clyde gets a bloody nose and has to return back home.
How can Clyde fight the Broodlords? He won't be able to. There's too many infestors out. He's got 6 of them out already. Can add some more if he wants to. +2 is on its way. As the Greater Spire finishes, he's going to be able to make some Broodlords. And
he's losing even more. No, Symbol is retreating. He's maxed out. He's maxed out, but he does not want to overcommit here. He just wants some time.
Yeah, he knows the 4th base has not been planted yet, and until it is, I think he's going to wait, play a little bit safer. He keeps checking. As soon as that base lands, he's going to go for it. Look at this. It's almost as if you can see the Command Center silhouette.
Base number 5 and number 6 are built for the TSL Zerg. This is just way too much. The Corruptors are coming into play, +2 attack being researched, the armor upgrade as well. The army supply at this point is 111 against 84 in favor of Symbol.
Yeah, it's looking grim for Clyde. He's getting his 3-3 upgrades. So he started +3 weapons. He'll start +3 armor very soon. He's getting a sensor tower. And like you said, if he can turtle here and then hold this 4th base, and he can hold on a little bit longer, he will have a chance. But the bank for Symbol is 3,000 minerals, 800 gas right now. The tech, the Greater Spire tech, the upgrades for his Muse, he's got +2 about to finish. He's got +1 Carapace for his Flyers on the way. He's got too much.
Symbol doesn't stop. He takes base after base after base. He has every single one at the top right now. He's taking another one into the middle of the map to the left. It is just way too much. The sensor tower is up, but this only shows Clyde earlier that he is going to lift his base, that he's going to lose his orbital if he tries to fight. This is a situation where I don't even want to have a sensor tower.
Yeah. I know the feeling there. Clyde is going for a drop at the top right, and one of the bases is unprotected by spines, but there's just enough units, 4 mutas, 2 banelings, and about 8 lings to shut him down there. And the other base, the one that doesn't have units, has 4 spines on the way. They're not done yet, though, so you may actually have to bring some units over here.
Clyde is now at 170 supply. If he can get the momentum going, this might help him to come back into this game, but it's going to be a tough challenge. And now, well, at least he's able to shut down one of the queens. Of course, the Mutalisk, well, maybe not the best idea to fight here against the Marines head-on, but with the Banelings as backup, it is going to be enough. Clyde moving out onto the map once more.
And Clyde has gotten towards that max.
Oh, Symbol, you need to be careful here.
Yeah, that was not the best Baneling hits I've ever seen.
No, he takes down the siege tanks with the Banelings, and suddenly we have Clyde on the move. He was able to close the gap in supply for
like 2 seconds, because then all the larva, all the injects he's hit, all the bank that he has, Symbol's just 98 Zerglings, 3 Broodlords, 7 Corruptors, as well as Adrenal Glands, and 3-3 finishing up. This is what we were talking about with all the additional bases he's taken. Clyde can win a fight, and then Symbol just presses like 6 keys on his keyboard, then his entire army is rebuilt in seconds.
With all the base that he has and the injects, he has a great position to remax. And of course now we have some very interesting upgrades here for Clyde, who's going for the Seeker missile upgrade and a few Ravens. And he has the 4th that we were talking about earlier. So now Clyde in a position where he can build up this huge army, and he tries to slowly but steadily force Symbol back. He's still behind in supply, and here comes the Broodlord army. The Infestor count is at 5, and all those +3 upgrades are about to hit.
And all these Zerglings that we talked about are going to surround Clyde's army. The Baneling hits are insane, and here we go. The SCDs are going to be taken out by whatever he wants to kill them with. Seeker missile's not done. The Ravens don't have enough energy. He can't use anything like this to defend. And now the Corruptor's in position. As soon as he kills his command center, he's probably just going to make Broodlords and start to siege up the 3rd base.
The 4th is gone. The Broodlords, they are on the move. Only a few Vikings, not enough of them. Too many Corruptors at this point. And this is definitely a situation that is very hard to deal with for the Slayers player. He had a great series against Shine, edged out a win, but now he is up against Symbol, the best Zerg in the lineup, and he certainly shows why he's #1 in the rankings.
Yeah, he's making a big point here. I mean, the difference between this game and the last one is quite immense. Look at this. Here they come. The Banelings don't know what to attack. There's not even enough Terran units here for them to figure it out. And the Thor gets picked up desperately, but he's going to be taken out by Corruptors or Broodlords, whichever ones want to. And Clyde, he's out. He's dropping mules, but this time it's a mule of surrender.
Yeah,
look at all those infested Terrans. There's more infested Terrans than there are Marines.
Clyde has stopped playing. There's the GG as Symbol ties things up, takes the win. Win #1.
Win #1 indeed. Probably one of many. That's what Symbol has come out here to do. He's not a Clyde sniper, but the thing is, Symbol really shines in Zerg versus Terran, but as we mentioned several times, this is the only Terran that we will likely see today from Slayers, as most of the other Terrans that are worth putting out are just, they're not here simply. They're just literally not physically present right now.
I think you can tell a lot of how important the win is to a player from how he celebrates with his team. And he came out and he's happy that he won, but at the same time, he's not overly happy. He's just like, yeah, this is the start. This is what I was basically sent out to do, and from now on, this is what I'm really here for. I need to win more than only one game. one match is not enough. I want to win at least 2, at least 3 for my team. So Symbol really eager to make a point, to make a stand here and show the Slayers team that they are not able to go to the finals, that it will be TSL who's going to advance.
I think, is it time for JYP? JYP and Metropolis? Maybe? Thing is, if you use Metropolis like that, then you can't use Zerg against Pult on Metropolis later on. So that's something to consider.
I think it's definitely time for a Poros player. So we might see Puzzle, we might see JYP, one of the two.
Yeah. Puzzle maybe a little bit too early. Actually, I think if we don't see JYP, we'll probably see Crank. Because Crank has actually shown specifically a great play against Zergs. He's shown like crazy carrier stuff. Let's find out.
Top right is JYP, and I think it will be him. Yes, yep. There he is. Ah! Troll. It
Brown's
is
coming
Brown.
out, man. We're about to find out what Brown can do for them, for Slayers. Oh, check out those glasses, man. That's Gangnam Oppa style, man. All right, here we go. Brown coming out. This guy has, when he first came out, qualified for Code. He played a game that looked terrible. He kind of almost embarrassed himself. But then the second time he ever played, he looked pretty good. He looked decent. And I think that this is a good choice. A lot of people actually been talking about this guy. Why hasn't he come out in the GSTL? Why aren't they using him in this season? And it turns out now is the time.
Yeah, now it's the time indeed. They send him out against the Symbol here. They send him out against the strongest Zerg that the TSL roster has. And he has, well... Nope, actually. No.
No?
No. I need another minute.
Alright. Well, there is Coach Lee and, of course, his assistant coach. Two of the most dangerous men in all of Korea. These guys make decisions that destroy teams' chances of making it to the finals of GSTL.
Brown has not had too many appearances, as you just mentioned, in the GSL so far, but I have to say that his record against Zerg is decent. What do you say to 100%?
That looks like a 5-0 to me, man.
That's he only had 5 games so far, but he won every single one of them. He won against Lucky, against Lashira, and against the Superstar.
Superstar, I remember that game.
Yeah, so 2-0 against Lashira and 1-0 against Lucky. Every single Zerg player that he faced in the past was annihilated by this guy. But well, Symbol is a bit of a different story, I'd say.
By the way, we haven't mentioned the map yet. The map is actually going to be Ohana. 2-player map. All of the pro rosters feel comfortable with the third here. It's a matter of preferences. If you take the third base here, you can just wall off and then destroy the rocks in between the main and the third, and you can have easy access to it. Pretty easy to defend Roach attacks and Mutalisk attacks through the mid-game if you know how to do it. And I expect that Brown will probably play a longer game here, maybe hit a Colossus timing. That's the most aggressive thing I think we'll see. You very rarely see Immortal pushes on this map. It is something you can do, but it's just not as common.
And Slayers must have a lot of confidence in this player. If they send him out against Symbol, I could rather see him snipe a player like, for example, Hyun, but send him out against the best Zerg player in the TSL lineup. That's definitely a statement.
Yeah, and I actually remember during one of our breaks, a lot of people were tweeting at me and mentioning they got to send out Brown here. They got to send out Brown, and they've done it, man. What the fans predicted, what people wanted to see. Brown against Symbol here. The map is Ohana. This is the GSTL TSL against Slayers, cast by Caldor and Wolf.